Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Palley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be examining a very good fragrance from the house of Tom Ford. This is known as Grey Vetiver. This is a recent release from 2023, and this is the Parfum version. This is a flanker to the original EDP Eau de Parfum, which came out in 2009, and then there's also an EDT version somewhere around 2014. For me, the 2009, the original EDP, I find to be the best. It is the most natural. And as I find with the 2014 EDT and the 2023 Parfum, those two flankers definitely have a more synthetic feel to them, synthetic smell. So I'm going to give it a spray in the back of my wrist. It's kind of a half sprayer, average sprayer. The initial spray is very smooth. There's nothing sharp about it. It is somewhat orangey, sweet with white, floral, kind of grassy notes. As it dries down, it becomes more grassy, not as much floral or orange, but it still has a general sweetness, a muted sweetness in the background. It's also a little bit tart, but not bitter. Later on, it becomes cleaner, fresher, even more grassy, and the floral orange notes definitely, I think, take a play into the background. As advertised, there's only 3 notes advertised. So the first 2009 EDP was a much more complicated fragrance. This was very simple, very linear in its development. So the top note is orange blossom, the mid note is saffron, and the base note is Haitian vetiver. Performance-wise, this is average, about 3 to 4 hours, decent scent wafts, decent trails. You're definitely going to have to reapply and overspray for anyone to notice you. So it's definitely an intimate skin scent. Overall, this is a fragrance whose scent profile definitely varies on the person wearing it. Whereas some people love this one more than the 2009, I am the opposite. I got great performance and a projection off the 2009. For me, this just stays close to the skin. I really don't get that much out of it, even though I do like the smell. Also, the EDP, the 2009, has a definite more natural smell than the 2023, which in my opinion is more synthetic. And I think this is the way a lot of the fragrances are going to go in the future. They are not going to have the natural ingredients because they're too expensive, and a lot of natural ingredients have been banned. So expect more and more, in my opinion, more and more synthetic smelling fragrances. And the younger gentlemen, that's all they know because they've never smelt any of the natural fragrances. So this will be a very normal smell to them. It will maybe even smell natural to them. And I think as time goes on, as the fragrances become even more synthetic, they will say, well, if they smell Tom Ford 2023 versus 2033, they would say, oh, this one smells so much more natural, and the new one is so much more synthetic. So it's across a broad continuum in terms of the development of fragrances from natural to synthetic. But I think that's definitely the direction they're going to go. The difference, I would say, in all of these fragrances, for me, or the 2023 versus the 2009, is this one is a very simple fragrance. You're waiting it for it to develop more of the complexity or something to really grab you, and you get the initial spray, you get the dry down, and the late dry down, and it's pretty much the same. Slight variations, but nothing that wows you or nothing that really excites you. And I got a lot more of that in the 2009 version. So to sum up this fragrance, I would say this is a simplified, stripped down version of the 2009 that is extremely linear. If you ask me, well, which one should I get, the 2023 or the 2009 or 2014? I really don't think there's that much of a difference. The only in terms of the scent profile, there's a slight difference, but not enough that you could justify spending an arm and a leg for a vintage bottle versus something like this, which isn't necessarily cheap. So I would definitely try before you buy. And a lot of the flankers I find is a matter, like the base is the same, but the nuances are different. And that's the nuances. What you like is going to be your personal taste. So always be an intelligent buyer and try before you buy. And whenever you get an opinion or review of someone, remember, it still depends on how it plays off your skin and your personal taste, and you're the ultimate judge. So if you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Any comments or questions you have on Tom Ford Grey Vetiver Parfum, which I still think is a very good fragrance, leave them down below and I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.